this is Jamie Williams with your next edition of Livin in 765 Hallmark Home Mortgage. And today I'm going to share something near and dear to my heart. I'm meeting with Stephanie and Teresa for the Habitat for Humanity of Lafayette. And we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart, the women's build. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Teresa. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Oh, fabulous. So, Stephanie, tell me a little bit about Habitat for Humanity of Lafayette and what your guys' missions are, and then we're going to get into something very special to me.
Okay, great. Well, Habitat for Humanity has been in the Lafayette area since 1984, and our mission is to bring people together to build homes, community, and hope. And so what that means through our vision is that we provide affordable housing so that everyone has a decent place to live.
Okay, so explain how this works, because the Women's Habitat build is near and dear to my heart, and we're going to talk to you about your experience. But tell me what that looks like. If I need a home, or how do I even come about reaching out to you guys for that need?
Okay, so we open up our application process a few times a year, and during that time we will put a notice out on social media and people can apply. There's a pre-application process and then an actual application, and it's a little lengthy. We go through and interview with people. We look at all of their financial information, and because they are getting a mortgage. And so we do that, and then once we've selected, then they start in the process of learning about homeownership, taking some classes, some financial literacy classes, things about owning a home, and we teach people about that.
And it's not you just giving them a home, right?
No.
Like there's a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of goes into it. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, they actually, at the end of it, pay the mortgage, and so the house is theirs. The home is yours when you're done. It's not owned by Habitat. We do not give the homes away. Our families pay for it. And so, yeah.
And it's not just money. What else do they have to do?
They also have to do sweat equity.
Okay.
And so what sweat equity looks like is at least 250 hours of working on somebody else's home and their own. And that's 250 hours per adult. So if it's a single person, then that's one, but then if there's more than one adult in the home, then that's times two, or so.
Okay, and the women's build specifically, you're averaging about one home a year?
Yes, we are doing currently one home a year. That might increase in the future, but right now that's what we're doing for the actual women build.
Okay, Teresa, tell me a little bit about your experience and how long you've had your Habitat home.
I have had my home for 7.5 years.
Okay.
It was a great experience. Learned a lot of things as far as the classes like she was speaking of, plumbing and yard work, things like that some people haven't known before. A lot of people do have a misunderstanding that it is given to the homeowner, and it is not, like she said. It's actually been great for not only myself but my children. Good steady place to reside and always somewhere to come home to. Always know where I'm going to be regardless.
Okay. And how did you find out about it? Because that's usually a question people get is, how do you find out about and if you're not familiar with it, how did you find out?
I was actually approached by a girl I had gone to school with.
Okay.
She was affiliated with Habitat somehow or another, and she gave me the information to go and apply and see what, if it was worth it for me, and it obviously was.
And so you got taught a lot of things during the way, because owning a house isn't just like, oh, here's this beautiful house.
No.
And was it tough to learn how to pay for a mortgage? Because that's something that you obviously hadn't had in the past.
Not exactly, only because I'd been renting.
Okay.
So, it was definitely, knowing where to pay the mortgage and things like that was, a learning experience. But as far as actually paying it, because like I said, I had paid rent prior, it wasn't that big of,
Did you feel prepared when you got into the house?
I did.
Okay.
Because I mentally prepared myself for a very long time. I thought, okay, this is what I need to do. This is now going to be my responsibility. So I don't have a landlord to call any further, but I did feel prepared, ready to go.
Okay. And for people that are unsure about it, what would you say to them? How would you encourage them to reach out and get involved? And
It is definitely worth all the man hours, the mortgage. Like I said, I know that my children always have a place to call home. They always know where to find me. Definitely worth looking into because things change and it's a great opportunity. It's a great, well-built home, and it's just a great future for not only parents but children as well.
And you still are involved with Habitat, correct?
I am.
So you do the women's build every year too?
Correct.
Okay, so let's talk about that because we're talking about the 2023 women's build now.
We
So
are.
what are we looking for that, and how does everyone out there get involved?
So for the 2023 Women Build, we are starting to put together teams. And so we have several teams of women, 8 to 10 women on a team, who actually fund and build the home. So the funding looks like either they donate some money themselves or they raise money, get donations from other people, organizations, businesses, and you know, we're looking for people who are interested in helping out in their community. And then the women also on those teams will then actually go and build. And the fun part about that is you don't have to know anything about building. You can come and not know what you're doing that day, and our construction supervisor, Craig, will teach you.
The women's build is near and dear to my heart, but it's not just about the women's build. How many builds do you guys do a year, and what are the other ones that people can get involved in?
Sure. Right now we are building about 10 to 12 houses a year.
Okay.
So that's about our number. We work with a lot of other organizations that do builds. We have different genres that we're working with. We have a church build and a banker build, and you know, some of those are done on an annual basis, like the women build, and some are every other.
Is there anything else our audience needs to know?
I can't think of anything. I think we've covered it.
Do you have a phone
thank
number
you.
if they have questions?
Yes, absolutely. 765-423-4590. I'm extension 103, or you can talk to anybody in the office.
Okay. So once again, this is Jaime Williams. If you guys see the video, please like and share. The more people that can see this and get involved, the better it's going to be for the Lafayette community. Once again, Jaime Williams, Livin in 765, Hallmark Home Mortgage. Till next time.